Welcome to our Team Healthy Tomorrow's opportunity call. We host this call roughly once a week to share a little bit about the Juice Plus product and how it's made, what it's proven to do for our family's health, but also to help those who are interested become a little more familiar with the virtual office business model and the opportunity for those folks looking to get involved with helping folks to get healthy and starting a franchise of their own. So welcome to the call. There is a lot to cover. I'm going to move as quickly as I can, and we'll absolutely unmute the phone at the end of the call and open it up for questions. Please know that we also host a weekly launch call for those people who are starting a franchise or new to their franchise, with the nuts and bolts of exactly the steps we take and connecting you with your resources to be nothing short of extraordinarily successful. So those details are covered in a different setting, and please talk with the person who invited you to this call to join a launch call if you're interested after the opportunity overview. So my name is Kim McColl. I'm a certified health coach. I am a mom of 2 amazing kids, and I am also a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. And they all 3 go very, very hand in hand, as you'll learn throughout the talk this evening. I first heard about Juice Plus from Dr. Sears, who some of you may have heard of. He's written about 40 books on pediatrics and nutrition. I was going through a health coach certification through his institute, and he is the one who introduced me to the concept of Juice Plus. It made immediate sense to me, and my family's lives have been changed in just so many ways with both this product and this business. So I'm thrilled to share it with all of you this evening. We'll go into more details as we move forward, but I wanted you to have a little bit of background on me. As I already said, I am a mom and certified health coach, so I came to the product by way of looking for a solution for my own family. The more and more education I got about the value of eating a variety and the sheer volume required of fruits and vegetables every day to impact our health, the more and more I knew I needed a way to make that happen out inside of my own household. That's basically the one thing that everyone in wellness agrees on, is that we all need more fruits and vegetables. What's not easy to do is make that happen. I was looking for a tool inside of my own household, and also for my health coaching clients to be compliant in that eating more fruits and veggies department. I did not, however, want to go down the road of supplements for a multitude of reasons, the primary one being they're not as regulated as I would feel comfortable with. And also because I have a biology background, and I truly believe that it's the food in its whole form that our body truly needs in order to impact health and wellness now and down the road. So what I loved about Juice Plus was 2 things. First and foremost, that it's food. Unlike a vitamin, Juice Plus carries a food label and not a supplement label. So when you look at the back, you'll see nutrition facts. That is because Juice Plus is simply raw, vine-ripened, and concentrated produce in either a capsule or a chewable, which is ideal. It's simple, but it's genius, and it's highly, highly effective. How is Juice Plus made from farm to capsule? You know, I at first thought they juiced the produce and then dried it out and had powder. But what's interesting is they actually say they Juice Plus it. It's an interesting concept. I have seen the process. I've been to several of their facilities, and I'm fascinated by what they do. They contract with farmers all around the country who grow exclusively for Juice Plus to a very high standard, using no herbicides, no pesticides, and on top of that, even test for any presence of bacteria all along the way. So they vine ripen the produce, which becomes very important from a nutrition perspective, because the lion's share of those phytonutrients, the antioxidants in fruits and vegetables that help us stay healthy and help to prevent chronic disease, come to be in that piece of produce on the last 24 to 48 hours on the vine or in the ground before it's ripe. Most everything we're buying at the grocery store is not allowed to vine ripen. It's picked 1,400 miles from where it's sold, then it sits on a store shelf for several days. The fact that when we eat Juice Plus, it's vine ripened, puts it in my book above and beyond the fruits and vegetables I'm still consuming on a regular basis, but eating from the grocery store and other markets in the area. It puts it a step even beyond that in my book. So they vine ripen the produce. They pick it when it's ripe, and the entire orange, the entire apple, so the rind, the seeds, all of it goes into the equivalent of a giant Vitamix, at which point you're left with a slurry that is dried out very quickly and at a very low temperature in a proprietary way so that the nutrients are left in a fine powder, which is what you see to the right here. It's simply encapsulated, and you literally have concentrated produce, okay? The second thing I looked for outside of a food label was research. Research is important to me not only because of my biology background, but because I was not a person who was seeking out Juice Plus for things like needing more energy. And these things happen, but this wasn't why I chose to take the product. More energy and faster growing hair and nails and not getting sick as much and easier time maintaining my weight. All of those things are awesome. And they're easy to see and feel. I came to the product for protection of my family at the cellular level. I was looking for a way to really help impact long-term chronic illnesses like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke. Knowing what I know about biology and the human body and now nutrition, I knew that it was paramount to flood my body with these nutrients. And I cannot tell you how excited I was when I saw the body of research. There are over 31 published studies, all gold standard, placebo-based, independent studies which show what's happening at the cellular level, all of which are indicative to truly, truly impacting your health and longevity. I give an hour-long talk on the research alone. I don't want to cover that now because I want to cover a lot. But take a look at this one study, and this will just give you an indication of the strength of research that we're talking about. In this particular study at University of Maryland, they were testing what is called the vasoconstrictive effect of arteries. What that means, and you've probably heard this, when we consume a high caloric and high fat meal, our blood vessels and arteries truly constrict a bit. That is why there's an uptick of heart attacks around the holidays and New Year's and times when people are generally indulging. It's not a coincidence. It's because our arteries are forced to constrict. If you take a look here at baseline, the placebo group, the group taking just fruit and vegetable, and then the fruit, vegetable, and berry, we're all somewhere in the 40 to 47% constriction range, which is frightening. 1 hour after eating a McDonald's breakfast meal. I don't happen to eat at McDonald's because they use a lot of additives and chemicals that I'm not a fan of, but I guarantee you when I'm at other restaurants, I eat meals on occasion that have that many calories or that much fat. So even the healthiest of us need to be protected from these, occasional high-fat meals. You take a look at after 4 weeks, the placebo group, as suspected, had no statistical difference because they were just taking a placebo pill. Those who had flooded their body with the fruits and veggies for 30 days went from 45% constriction down to 16. That's a 63% decrease in that scary constriction, okay? Now you take a look at the garden, orchard, and vineyard, and by the way, it's scary because if you have plaque or a blockage, a partial blockage of any sort, that can be a cardiac event. You take a look at the garden, orchard, and vineyard, which introduces, in addition to the fruits and veggies, a lot of berries. That now takes us from 47% down to 1.7, or as the study called it, virtually undetectable. I was walked through this study by a cardiologist who read the study in the Journal of Cardiac Health and basically said to me, when you look at the p-value down here, and the p-value says 0.02. What that means is there's a 98% certainty that these results were driven by the Juice Plus being introduced into the diet. His next sentence to me was, in my professional opinion, anyone who can swallow should be taking all 3 of these blends on a daily basis because this is amazing. So that is one of 31 studies that are very similar to this in results and as compelling in nature. I urge you to take a look at all of it when you can, but if you're not a science person, truly just think about the basic fact that we all know we need more fruits and veggies every day. And with Juice Plus, it gives you a tool to make that a reality inside of your house. They do also have something called a children's health study. It does two things. First, it allows kids ages 4 and up to take Juice Plus for free for up to a 4-year period. And in return for them getting product for free, both parent and child simply answer a survey a couple times a year, answering the more subjective information. So the clinical research is testing blood and cells and is very controlled. But when you take a look at the children's health study, it's looking at things like, are we missing less school and work? Are we willingly eating more fruits and vegetables? With over 96% of people reaping positive benefits. That is a very, very high number and amazing feedback for us to have as an organization. The product line itself consists of the Juice Plus, which is what I just went over with you, and you can get 2 blends or all 3 blends in either capsule or chewable form. And then you can also choose to use macronutrition as well. Juice Plus is the micronutrition. Complete is macronutrition. So macronutrition is actually calories, whereas the Juice Plus would be an ideal replacement for your multivitamin. The Complete would be a great replacement for either one of your meals or one of the snacks you're eating every day. It is plant-based protein, fiber, lots of fiber, and they call it Complete because it's the exact right nutritional balance of complex carbs, healthy fats, plant-based fibers to truly give you a complete meal. So in the bars, for instance, in 120 to 150 calories, I'm getting 13 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber. So we definitely use these inside of our house very frequently for snacks and even meal replacement sometimes with the smoothies. So that's also a really, really, really good addition to your diet, especially if you're already eating some bars and drinking some shakes. The third part of the product line is Tower Garden. And Tower Garden is Juice Plus's next billion-dollar product group. It rounds out our mission of inspiring healthy living by offering vertical aeroponic gardening. So it uses no soil. It uses only 5% of the water that traditional gardening would and yields much faster and very nutrient-dense foods. So again, the reason I love this company is because they stand behind their mission. Their mission is to inspire healthy living. It's absolutely supported by their products. They simply want to make it easy for us to eat as many fruits and vegetables as possible. They also offer free programs to their clients which go above and beyond. These would be programs that would cost a lot of money through any other company, and they're free to Juice Plus customers, called Transform 30 in One Simple Change. And we also have another talk that can walk you through that, but that is an awesome thing for you to be able to offer your friends and families. A tool with the product itself, but B, a free program that's going to help them take it to the next level with health coaching and free health coaching support and meal plans and that sort of thing. So be very, very excited about what you're going to be able to do for the people you know in a very effective way. The last line I really like here because it's just true. I've seen too many things that try to outsmart Mother Nature, and we shouldn't be. Mother Nature got it right. The fruits and vegetables as close to their native format as possible is what we need. So, what Juice Plus has done is make an effort to take Mother Nature and make it very convenient in a way that we can just get this into our bodies every day. As far as the investment in better health, I talk about the 3 blend because that's the one that I take and because that's the one I think everyone should take if they can because of things like that cardio study I already talked about. But take a look at the 3 blend is costing $71.25 a month. That is for myself and one of my children because remember, a child can eat free if I am. So that comes down to $2.38 a day. So for me to get 30 fruits, veggies, and berries a day for $2.38 is really cost effective. I do the grocery shopping in my house, and I know what that costs, and that is nothing compared to what that would cost if I were buying it at the store and juicing it myself. I also do a shake every day because I love them. I think they're so satisfying and so tasty, and we have soccer 3 nights a week, so sometimes we even have them for dinner running out the door. But a shake is as low as $2.05 a day. Once again, I'm replacing a meal for $2, which I don't know what you guys are eating on a regular basis, but most of my meals were costing me more than $2 to begin with. So for us, investing in the trio and the shakes has been a wash because we did eliminate our multivitamin. We did replace a meal with a shake. So to get all of the macro and micronutrients for $4.43 a day is pretty cost effective for almost any family that you're going to be working with. And I'm going to show you a way you can help them offset their costs even further, or even get it for free if they need to, because that's the goal. The goal is for no one to be limited by price. And I think the company has done a really, really good job of keeping the price extraordinarily competitive. Again, I just said you have buying options, and I like options, right? So I want everyone to know what their options are. And I personally always, always, always walk my Juice Plus customers through this option because I think it's important that they know it. You can always just be a customer, and there are plenty of people out there that have no desire to manage their own order. They don't want to log in and, place the order. They'd rather just have someone like me taking care of it for them, and I'm happy to do that, and I'm going to use the trio as a pricing example. As a preferred customer, you would choose whether you wanted to pay in full for a 4-month supply or in 4 monthly installments. So you could either pay $279 once every 4 months, or you could pay $71.25 a month. And then there's another option. A buying option is to join Juice Plus, and that can be called 1,000 different things. You are a franchise owner when you join Juice Plus, but plenty of people just treat it like their Costco membership. So sometimes I call it being a Juice Plus member instead of a franchise owner because that can sound intimidating. But since there's just a $50 fee to have your own website that you could order from for your own family, and anyone else that wanted to order from you should anyone want to, there are absolutely people that pay the $50 fee and get theirs at a reduced cost and truly treat it like a Costco, and that's fine. Because you will always get a rebate on your own family's orders, it makes financial sense for a lot of people to do that. Many families earn over $50 in rebates on their initial order. For instance, I have a lot of people who order the trio and the shake, and that would be a total of $55 back on the first order, and it was $50 for them to have a website. And if you look down here, the member pricing, remember the $279 was the regular pricing, you're getting $39 back, which almost covers the cost of the $50 to begin with, and that's just an annual thing, right? So you're ordering probably 3 times a year your Juice Plus products if you've made it a daily health habit. So it really does make it cost effective to do it this way. The company has a plan, a program that I love sharing with people. It makes so much sense, but I also think what it does is it allows anyone to be able to afford Juice Plus. And that is so important because it's not just 5 or 10 or 20% of the people in this world that can benefit from taking this every day. 100% of the people on the planet could benefit from taking Juice Plus. So I think it's a really good thing that the company has made it possible for everyone to do that, regardless of what their financial situation is. So with the Healthy Living Plan, it is simply generating 500 points between 3 households in a 30-day period. And I'm going to keep it very simple and just use Trio as an example, okay? Every product we sell has points associated with it. So it would take only 3 households of Trio to hit 500 points. So this is me. I'm ordering Trio for myself. This is my mom. This is my sister-in-law, right? So we have 1, 2, 3 houses ordering Trio. That has gotten me over 500 points. I have gotten, and these are just people that want to be customers. They do not want to manage their own order. They really, really would prefer to have somebody else managing it for them. So this new franchise owner has gotten, and this is what I encourage all my friends to do, $39 back, remember, in that retail profit, the rebate, $39 back on the second household, $39 back on the third household. The company will also pay them a $100 thank you bonus for completing a healthy living plan. So if you recall, that 4-month supply was $279, and now they've gotten a paycheck for $217, which has virtually covered the cost of their whole first 4 months. So this is really important for people to understand. There is never a requirement to carry an inventory. There is never a requirement to sell a monthly minimum. It's nothing like that. People can get involved with this business to simply get their own families at a discount, or they can take it to the very first step and complete a healthy living plan and help 2 other families get healthier and really offset the cost of their own. So why do people join Juice Plus? The first one I just talked about was financial. You know, either it's for the discount, or someone like myself has truly made this a career. And I got to tell you, it made so much sense to me from day one that I told my family, if this really is fruits and vegetables in a capsule, we're looking at my new career here. And it was, and this is very much a career, and a very good and successful one as well. So sometimes it's financial. I fall into all 3 of these categories. The next one is a sense of purpose. It feels really, really good to help people get healthy. And I have to tell you, I'm a health coach, so I've been doing that for many years. And I am very honest with the fact that my clients were only getting so healthy before I had Juice Plus in my toolkit as a tool for them. Because information is one thing. I can hand someone all the information in the world about what they need to do to get healthy. Unless I give them a tool to get it done, my information is no good. So, you know, having a purpose, having a tool to help people get healthy, whether you're a health coach or not, no matter what your job is, it feels good to be doing this. The third is the desire to be part of a positive and supportive community, making new friends, going new places. We laugh because I've had more than one friend come with me to a Juice Plus event and say, oh, this is where all the shiny, happy people congregate. And they're right. I mean, it's truly an amazing organization, and I have met a lot of amazing people, and it's just a good reason to get involved, you know, even if you don't need the money, even if you already have, you know, a career or volunteering that gives you that helper's high, just connecting with the supportive and positive community that really is the Juice Plus company enriches your life more than I can even convey. As far as what is a Juice Plus virtual franchise, I was a little confused by this because I came from direct sales. I came from a technology company, Career 1.0, and that was what we call a direct sales force. A direct sales force is very expensive, and it's also used mostly in business-to-business type sales like I was doing. That is where you pay a sales force a hefty salary as well as commissions as well as full benefits and whatnot to get your product to a consumer. So the virtual franchise chose not to do that. It didn't make sense. Retail, these last 2 are really more typical of how a consumer product would get to a consumer, okay? And one is retail. And in retail, you're buying something off of a shelf. And in that case, the producer of the product is spending a lot of money on advertising and even more money on shelf space to sit there. And people often ask me if Juice Plus is available at GNC or Whole Foods. And I say, believe me, you know, those organizations have been knocking on the door of Juice Plus forever, and probably will continue to, because it's the largest selling nutritional product in the world. Any retailer in their right mind would love to have it on their shelves. Juice Plus did not choose that as their channel of distribution, however. They chose network marketing. Another word for that is direct sales. In-home sales. And what they do for that is they pay the users of their product directly, like we just talked about, to share their product with the people in their lives. You're seeing more and more and more of this because network marketing is becoming by far the fastest method of distribution, and it's working. It's working really, really well for the companies who have a product to distribute, and it's also working really, really well for the people who are getting involved for multiple reasons that we'll go through. But an interesting statistic I keep hearing at multiple different places is roughly 85% of the women in the U.S. who earn $100,000 a year are doing so through network or home-based businesses. So that's pretty impressive. I'm not willing to bet against that odd, right? If 85% of women who are in that earning category today. That was not the case 5 to 10 years ago because it wasn't as common. It's very, very common now, and it's a great option for anyone. Is it a pyramid? That was my first question, because as soon as I heard build a team, I thought, ding, 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 red flag, is it a pyramid, is it a pyramid? To be honest, I wasn't even sure what a pyramid was or wasn't, but I knew it was something I didn't want to be involved with. Just because something is multi-level or network marketing does not make it a pyramid, and I'm going to talk about a few really important distinctions in a moment. But really, I thought about what I came from was more of a pyramid, right? Most corporations are fairly pyramid-y when you take a look at field employees. There being a ton of those, right? Managed by fewer managers and even fewer district managers, VPs, all the way up to the director level, till you have one spot at the top. One of the things I liked about the Juice Plus virtual franchise model is that everyone started here and everyone can get to national marketing director. Anyone. Everyone has the same earning potential. Everyone can get there. And what that does is foster a community of support and a spirit of sharing that I have not seen anywhere else in my professional career to date. What makes an ideal compensation plan? Many of you probably have looked at network marketing of some sort, whether or not you knew that's what it was, because it is very common. One of the things that I think is important is to think about what makes an ideal compensation or marketing plan when it comes to examining this type of business. And the first thing is you must have income tied to goods and services sold and not to signing on new distributors. I have the luxury as a Juice Plus franchise owner of being completely transparent with what our compensation and marketing plan is, because it makes sense for everyone. Our customers are well taken care of. Our newer distributors well taken care of, where sky is the limit. Those people that are growing have boundless opportunity. And what I like is there's no income tied to just signing people up, okay? So you know that you can offer your customers that option to be a distributor, and they don't have to do it. They can just be a customer, and that is fine, and that's what you want. And it's not fair to just pay somebody to sign someone up, because I do have friends that have been involved with organizations that incentive weighs heavily on just signing people up, and what that does is it does not leave much room for support of that person once they're involved with the organization. So it is my opinion that income should absolutely be tied to the goods or services sold, so that the people that are helping you start your franchise are truly incented to link arms and help you grow. I also love the next two bullets. There is no personal minimum. There is no inventory. This allows anyone to get involved, even if they just want to be a family buyer. Next one, this was the very first question I asked. Can I earn more than the person sponsoring me into this business? Because to me, that is the most important litmus test for if something is pyramid-like when it comes to the compensation plan. And the answer is absolutely you can earn more than the person who sponsored you. The money should not flow up. Everyone should have the same earning potential. Now, you are absolutely eligible to earn an override on those people in your organizations that you are helping to grow, but that does not go on for infinity, and it shouldn't. It should go on to a reasonable spot in the income plan so that everyone has the same earning potential. So Jeff Roberti, who has earned, I believe at this point, north of $100 million with his Juice Plus franchise, has the same earning potential that you do, sitting here tonight, that's new to the business, okay? That is important. Lastly, you absolutely want to be able to build a team, okay? If there's not an element of the compensation plan aligned with developing other people and helping other people start their business or their franchise, your income truly will be limited by the number of hours in your day. And that's not good either if you really are looking to make this a thriving business or your career. So it's great to be able to tie in team building so that you can create an organization that you're helping. So all those things are important to look for when you're examining. As far as the Juice Plus marketing plan, there are different steps in the plan, starting at dealer, moving all the way up to national marketing director. But without going into too much detail, I want you to understand, even though it's a $50 entry fee just to build your website, and just because there's no monthly minimum, just because there's no inventory, it doesn't mean it's a small opportunity, okay? This is absolutely a 6 to even 7-figure a year opportunity if you want it to be, and if you treat it like that, which I do. I very much treat my Juice Plus business like a multi-million-dollar business. And it's growing like that as well. So the work has paid off, and it doesn't even feel like work. It just feels like time that I'm putting in to help those people who are on my team grow and be successful. So just know that the average national marketing director is earning $150,000 per year plus full benefits. So my family is getting full benefits from the Juice Plus company. Think about that. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have not had to have my kids in daycare. And I went from dealer to national marketing director during those years that my kids weren't even in school yet, because my youngest doesn't even go to kindergarten until next year. So this is just, I don't know any other business or that would have paid me, 6 figures a year to be a stay-at-home mom. So I've been able to work hard, but work on my schedule, the hours that I want to work to get to where I want it to be. So know that that is an opportunity, and it doesn't need to take you forever and ever to get there. I will go over details in the launch call, but in short, 20 to 40 customers of your own, and sometimes even less. If someone's ordering what I order, which is trio and shake, it would truly take 8 households of a husband and a wife doing trio and shake to get you to this one threshold of having a qualified business. And 5 team members, 5 different franchises that you're helping. And we again get in more details in the launch, but I want people to understand we're not talking about hundreds of customers and hundreds of team members that you're directly sponsoring in order to get to this top level. It is extraordinarily doable, and you have all of us here, to help and support you to do that. Why build a team? Because of what I just talked about, your earning potential is so much higher. When you have a qualified business, which is what I just talked about, a certain threshold of your own customer base, you are eligible to earn a 5% override on anyone that you're helping. So I always talk about a 5 by 5. Jeff Roberti and I are both eligible to earn that 5% override on up to 5 qualified layers down, okay? So 5 layers or generations, whatever you'd like to call it, down of people that have a qualified business. So you can have family buyers, and they're not going to dock your pay in any way. I love that. I love that. You can offer this opportunity to anyone, even if they don't want to grow like I do, because they're going to go to 5 qualifiers down. More on that in the launch call, but again, I just want you to know the basics. So if you look at a 5 by 5 organization, which means I have myself here, and I have helped 5 friends start their own franchise. They have each helped 5. They have each helped 5. When you look at 5 down, that's an override on over 3,900 organizations. This happens all the time. And it happens by doing things like I'm doing right now, really finding leaders that are on your team and everyone working together. I have these calls on a weekly basis, so anyone on my team can invite people to it. So they don't all have to be doing it every single week. I want these people sharing Juice Plus, sharing the opportunity, and then plugging them in to what I'm already doing, right? The power of duplication. I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I'm just going to look at the 5 by 5. But let's say of the 5 by 5, they all just wanted to do that HLP. and that was it. They didn't want to go for a qualified business. They wanted to take the trio or take whatever they're taking and get it at that great discount. That alone can pay you almost $20,000 a month in just that 5% performance bonus bucket. That doesn't even count your commissions and your other bonuses, your retail profit. This is just talking about that 5% bucket. You look at that same group of people, I personally work really hard to help everyone that joins our team have a qualified business. So instead of 100 points a month after just that healthy living plan, work organically over time to help them get to 1,000 points a month. So that 8 to 20 household customer base. And if you can help your team do that, that's when you're looking at almost $200,000 a month, which I know sounds crazy, but please know that there are plenty of people doing it. And it's because they themselves are either really good leaders or they have been really good at helping their team plug into the people that are doing the leadership thing. So you can do this. Anyone can do this. And what do you do to make this business a reality? Truly and sincerely, the most important thing is to start taking the product yourself. Many people, like myself, I was my own first customer. The product and business made immediate sense to me. But being a product of the product is obviously going to help you understand the benefits yourself and be able to very genuinely share them with the people that you are talking to on a day-to-day basis. So, you know, we take Trio, we drink shakes, we eat bars, we have tower gardens. So it's very, very easy for my family to talk in a genuine and excited way about the product. I often say, and this is, I do not think the Juice Plus is a sales company. I think they're a sharing company. But I have often said in my past life as a salesperson and sales manager that selling is simply the transfer of enthusiasm. You know, you need to understand the benefits of the product and be taking it yourself, and it will be very easy for you to help other people do the same thing. You simply work with a sponsor to start your franchise. They're going to help you reach any goal that you set. We have a truly extraordinary team full of everything from lawyers to doctors to health coaches to stay-at-home moms to chefs to business owners, you name it. We have a great group of people on this team, and we all share fervently. We all help one another, and there's no one that can't link up with us and do what they want to do. Share your simple health strategy with others. That's it. People want to know. People want to know that fruits and vegetables in a capsule exist. I say to people all the time, your job isn't to sell them Juice Plus or tell them everything about Juice Plus. Our job as franchise owners is simply to make sure that people in our network and people we come in contact with, to let them know that it exists, that fruits and veggies in a capsule or a chewable exist. You know, to let them know that super healthy shakes and bars exist, to let them know that tower gardens exist, and then they can decide if it's something that's a good fit for their family. And truly understanding and sharing the genuine business opportunity, I talked at the onset about the Juice Plus product being a tool to help your family get physically healthy to a place of ideal wellness. The further I got down the path in this marketing plan, I realized that the business itself is a tool. Because again, where else could I work on my own time, you know, doing something I care a lot about to become a six-figure stay-at-home mom? You know, that's a tool right there. Because I guarantee you I couldn't have interviewed anywhere that would have given me that opportunity. So share that, because there's plenty of people looking for that, and this is not something you quit your day job for. This is easily something you can start alongside of what you're already doing, and if it is something you find passion for and want to grow, you can transition into that. You know, you can transition into that at any time. So sharing the benefits of taking Juice Plus as well as your commitment to growing a successful team will take you far, and people understand it when they see a helping heart and they want to be a part of that. So I always talk about sharing the product and the business, because even if it's not for them, they likely know somebody that would love this product and that would love this opportunity. So I share far and wide all the time. And, you know, it does start with kind of your own family, and then it moves into larger groups of friends, you know, whole schools, whole neighborhoods, whole swim teams, you name it. which really truly starts to impact the health of whole communities. So that's a really, really big deal, and this product and this business can do that for you. So thank you so much for your time. Again, this was the opportunity overview. We also have an actual 1, 2, 3, 4 launch call that you would benefit greatly from attending, and that is more of the nuts and bolts of how to get started in this franchise and be wildly successful. I urge you to contact whoever invited you to this call and jump on a launch call sometime in the next week or so, and we are all here to help you do whatever you want to do. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate it, and now I'm going to unmute the call and open it for questions.